Good morning, Twitch. Happy Wednesday morning to you. Happy hump day. Hope your week is going well. You're halfway there, folks. You're halfway there. It's almost Friday. Just 2 more days. You just got to get through today and tomorrow. That's it. That's it. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope you enjoy the content today. We're going to do some trucking in Canada. First things first, let's get that starting screen off there. Boom, there we go. Now, this morning before the stream actually started, I went and downloaded the latest version of ProMods Canada, that is. And it's in here with Coast to Coast, obviously. And as you can see here, it is enabled and ready to be explored. So what we'll do here, I don't know if I've got a trailer connected right now or not. We'll see. Little midweek stream for everybody. I will quickly mention first thing, one of many times that I'll mention today during the stream, is that there is a Friday night convoy scheduled, like every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Details have not been posted yet by our Hawaiian Bear, also known as Bushwhacker. I'll look for those details soon. And I do not have a trailer attached, so let's see what we got here for the trailer. So as you can see, I'm not using a lot of trailers on this account. This particular profile, full wood mowboy, flatbed, food tank. I don't think we'll need that today. Insulated aluminum drop deck, fuel tank, and another full wood mowboy. We'll take this mowboy and let's do some configuring on this button first, though. No weight limit, good, okay. We will paint this to a color of our liking, which is not going to be that one. Ugh. That looks pretty close, right? Kind of that dark maroon, dark red color. That looks pretty good. You can handle that, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, we good there. Make sure we have all the cool stuff attached here. Got the extra lights on the side. I really wish SCS would increase the amount of things that we could do to our trailers. Like, there's several options here, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. So we'll attach that. Let's see, use it. We've been attached, okay. Now it's dark. I am, if you've noticed already, I'm not using saved fuel on this truck. It's going to require me to stop for fuel today. Something you've rarely seen me do. I'm also going to change that engine. Something a little more pleasing to my ear. So we need over to the shop here. We can find a way in anyway. I say I want to change the engine, but I might not. I can't remember which one's in this one. Oh yeah, the Scania DC16 Custom. We don't want that one. We want something with a little more growl to it, right? There's a cat 3408 800. Let's see what else we got here. Probably go with the cat. I like it best. It's got a good sound to it. Double check our transmission. 336s, that's good. 16 plus 2 retarder. Alright, good to go there. Oh yeah. Go ahead and get some fuel. Ooh, it's loud. That's really loud. Go ahead and get some fuel. Fuel it before we head north and see what's up. So we do some trucking in Canada today. Alright, we're filled up. Now let's find some cargo with our lowboy trailer. Let's see what we got coming out of Bellingham. Bellingham to... Oh, wow, okay. Anything in Vancouver? Have we got nothing going into Canada? It doesn't look like it. What about over here in Omak? Wow. Got some stuff going south, but nothing going north. Grand Coulee. Oh, there we go. There's one going to Kamloops. Let's grab it. Grand Coulee to Kamloops. I really like the developer's console. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright, let's grab this wheel loader going to Kamloops. I'll change the time in just a moment so we're not driving in dark the whole way. Get lined up here to back this up. Don't think I pulled up far enough, but Oh, thank you for the follow. What's up? Thank you for the follow. Art by Evelyn Smith. Wow, that's way off. Look at that. Probably could have done a better job if I just closed my eyes. I'm good. What kind of art do you do, Evelyn Smith? Welcome to the stream. Do you play ATS or ETS2? I do appreciate that offer. I do appreciate that offer. I don't have the cash resources to pay someone with any kind of talent, so I have to do it myself. And that's why the stream looks the way that it does. I do appreciate the offer, though. Maybe at some point in the future, when I become a big-time streamer and famous, I'll have emotes, starting soon screens, and videos, and all that good stuff. I don't spend any money on it. It's kind of my point. I don't have the money to spend on it, so... But thanks for dropping in. Hang out, chat. I know I'm breaking the speed limit, but trying to pull this hill. Not that we're that heavy, just about 33,000 pounds, but we'll simulate this morning. How about that? We'll stop for most of the red lights anyway. find that next gear anyway. Let me do some daylight work here. My bad. Hi. Let's see, Lady Bear. See what you do to me. Welcome to this stream. Bear hug. Doing a little lurking. Lurking when working. Thank you for the work, Lady Bear. Appreciate that. Please leave me a cookie. That's much better driving in daylight. It just is. That's twice I've hit the parking brake trying to jake brake, so it's going to be one of them kind of days, I see. Get back up to cruising speed, 60 surprisingly on this little 2-lane road out in the middle of where we are here, Washington, Idaho. Yeah, Washington. Okay. So doing the morning commute for work. Was in the Discord yesterday for just a little while, yesterday afternoon, watching Castaway play ships, World of Warships that is, and I don't know, like it's in my head now. I haven't played it in a long time. Kind of getting that urge, you know. Not tanks. Not tanks. World of Warships. Might have to fire that up this weekend sometime and get all the updates and get wet. We'll see. It was definitely interesting me yesterday while I was watching him play, and then I think Bushwhacker played a little bit last night before he logged off as well. So they're tempting me is what they're doing. I do have a personal goal to get in ATS or ETS, but right now I'm focusing on ATS this month, and that's to get my Grizzly first off, which is 100,000 non-speeding miles. But my ultimate goal for the month is my ultimate bear, which is 5 million non-speeding miles. But I'll have that before I even get Grizzly, so. The way that worked out is I only needed, I think, like 92,000 miles for my ultimate bear this month, which is less than the required amount for Grizzly, so. Make that turn there. Good. So, before I even get my Grizzly, I'll have my ultimate bear. And in just a few more thousand, I'll have my Grizzly for the month. And lately that's been my goal every month. I won't say that's always been my goal, because there was months last year during the summer that I was so involved with tanks that I missed getting Grizzly. But for the last, say, 3 or 4 months, it's been my goal to get that 100,000 under my belt. So. She kind of bogged down there going into 8. So I'll get that. I'll get that out of the way and get my Grizzly, get my ultimate bear out of the way. Then I'll focus maybe on playing other games, especially on stream. Maybe do some ETS2 as well. I can't do that too much though. I'll play too much ETS2 and it'll be hard to get me out of that. So it's almost like tanks, and I'm not saying right now I'm in that mood, but when I get in the mood to play tanks, I jump in with both feet. So like I don't know when to stop, and it kind of consumes my time. ETS2 is the same way. I've got to do it in small doses. We are on our way to Kamloops. This is a short run this morning. First one anyway. Basically, I wanted to get into Canada from, the map, the base map. So once we get up there, we can start doing maybe. They're not going to be long loads. They're going to be shorter loads, because I'm going to try to primarily stay in Canada. Maybe with a run down into the States here or there, what have you. And while we do all that, I'll talk about some game mechanics, some things that are upcoming, some things that I learned since the last time I streamed, which isn't a lot. So, but hang around. We'll talk about some updates that are coming, some things that are happening, things that are happening with the bears, of course. So. Should be a good stream, some information for you. And if I'm repeating stuff you already know, then hey, you're ahead of the curve. You can just sit back and enjoy the content and, throw some emotes out there, sound alerts and what have you, and just chill while you're working or doing whatever it is you're doing, housework, whatever. I know Lady Bear is working hard this morning. Do that every time. Pull too far forward and I can't see the light. Gotta learn to brake a little better there. Like I said, I pull too far forward and then can't see the light, so. So last stream, if you were here, we were driving around in the Res Worth, the W900 mod that Alan Res is currently working on. Today I'm in the original Res built, his first mod, the modded 389. Really like this truck. Very customizable. It's got a beautiful skin made by Flu on it. Red isn't normally a color I paint my trucks. I'll just tell you. It isn't one of my favorite colors. It isn't one that I normally paint, but I was playing Trucker Barbie the other day, messing with some colors, and happened across this color. It's kind of it's metallic because I like metallic, but it's kind of got this deep red metallic look to it with the black rims. So, and there's of course the Lady Bear trucking skin itself. Normally I paint my trucks blue, some shade of blue, some hue of blue. It's rare that they are painted red and stay red very long, so we'll see. This one might stay red the entire stream today. Might. Got some nice wheels here. Guess it's a good thing that red light caught me, huh? Come tearing through here doing 60 and roll this thing. Getting close to the border. Leaving Washington State going into Canada. If you're not familiar, Pro Mods Canada is made by the same team. Well, I say the same team. Same people that make Pro Mods for ETS2. It's a high quality map mod. It's free, obviously. I don't use paint mods. It's just not something that I do. I'm not knocking people that don't, just saying I don't. But anyway, where do I gotta go here? Left, okay. Made by the same group that makes Pro Mods for ETS2. High quality map mods. Check it out, promods.net. They do have a pay download, which is faster than the free download, But for Canada, it's such a small download. You really don't need to do the paid. I think it's only like $1 anyway, and it's not about the money itself. It's about supporting them in their efforts. Now, I will say, let me do this turn here because I can't talk and drive. I will say, when a new version of the ETS2 Pro Mods comes out, I gladly pay the $1 for the faster download because we're talking about gigabytes worth of data. And more importantly, most importantly, the funds help them in their development in the map mod. So don't think of it like you're paying for the download. Think of it as another Patreon or whatever. You know, you're helping them continue to put out these awesome map mods for ETS2 and ATS. So, like I said, it's only $1, you know. You can check it out at promods.net. We are in Canada. Going down the 1 lane. Awesome. Wonder what's down that road everybody's going down, huh? Maybe we should have turned there too and checked it out. So just in case you're not familiar with Pro Mods for ETS2, it's a huge addition. The map, it's incredible in detail. It's amazing, really. Like I said, it's worth the $1 download. And the $1 download, you pay your $1, you get access to the faster download speeds, the faster server. It takes just a little less time, or actually a lot less time, to download. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, the $1 is more for the continued support of the ProMods team in creating ProMods for ATS and ETS2. Stand on the brakes and the clutch there. If I were really trucking in Canada, I'd have to show permits and all kinds of other stuff. So the border crossing was fairly simple and easy. I had a yellow light, so I'm turning. I said, we'll kind of simulate this morning. We won't get full simulation mode, but we'll get close. Am I in a turn lane? It didn't look like it. I like the red lights up here. crud. Nose in over here. Now, is he gonna raise a stink because I bumped him? Probably. Probably. It's my fault. I should have been paying attention to the GPS better, I guess. Realized that I had a left turn, so I wasn't blocking, 2 full lanes of traffic in the middle of the city with my truck. Oh, really? Yeah. I bumped this guy. He's acting like I stole his car and burned down his house or something. He's still sitting there. So many red lights. I guess it's a good thing it is a short trip. Yeah, hey, it's cool. No worries. I'm just, 80,000 pounds of moving metal and fuel. Feel free to turn in front of me. I'm going to get out of this fucking city, get away from these red lights. Next time I see Papa John, I'm going to ask him if there are that many red lights in Canada. I mean, I know it's beautiful up there, but you don't need everyone to stop at every single intersection. Okay, we're finally rolling again at a nice pace anyway. And that guy decides he wants to turn left and stops because there's no oncoming traffic. Anyway, hey. We're alright. We're alright. Got a loop-de-loo here. Get on whatever this is here. I have no idea what the roads are up here. Couldn't tell you. Customer expects delivery soon. Well, you know, I'm trying my best. You know, I'd have been up here sooner, but I got stopped by every red light from here to, you know, Montreal apparently. And of course, the car in the fast lane is going slow. Got an hour and a half to get there. Ooh. Pulling the hill at south of Kamloops. This is a doozy right here, folks. If you've not driven up here, this is a monster hill. And I'm really not pulling any weight. 33,000 pounds, that's nothing. You can imagine what a transformer, a lift truck chassis or something like that would do. Well, we'll haul ass to the receiver and see if we can get there before the time runs out. Probably not. Got an hour and 3 minutes now. I got really slowed down in traffic back there moving through that city. That's what's causing the time to run out. It's going to be late, but not that big of a deal. Everything will be fine. It'll be okay. Just look at the happy little trees. Y'all didn't see that? Hello, Norwegian Bear. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. I'm racing my clock to get this delivered before the time runs out. How are you? I am currently causing an international incident in Canada. No big deal. It's fine. When I am finished, Lady Bear Trucking will not be welcome in Canada anymore. So. Oh, you're streaming today? Awesome. definitely looking forward to that then. Oh, thank you, Lady Bear. Y'all, jump over there and give Norwegian Bear a follow if you haven't done so already. One of our barrier streamers requested information about getting shoutouts yesterday in the active streamers channel. Presented him with the information that he needs, and I believe he is working on that currently. So, oh crud. Using all 3 lanes in the shoulder, folks. For those of you that don't, whoa, a bold move there. Okay. For those of you that don't know, just tuning in, we do have perks for streamers in the Bear Den. If you're a Bear streamer, that is. Get active shoutouts in the active streamers channel every time you go live. Let me make this silly left-hand turn here. Okay, that was good, right? But it's late. Well. Oh well. Okay, anyway, as I was saying. Cool Bear. Okay, now that I'm, actually available to speak to you and not drive like a madman on the roads of Canada, we have perks for Bear streamers in the Bear Den. And there's an active streamers channel that shouts you out anytime you go live. And to get that, you need to be a bronze bear, which is a total of 100,000 miles, either an ATS, ETS2, or a combination of both. Okay, and then a monthly requirement of 10,000 non-speeding miles. So you need to do 100,000 miles first, and that's total. That's not in a month or any kind of time requirement. Just your whole trucking career in Lady Bear trucking, you need 100,000 miles for bronze bear. And then after that, to continue to be shouted out in the active streamers channel, you need to do 10,000 non-speeding miles a month. And that's just a perk that Lady Bear set up for those of us who stream and drive. So, the requirements are really simple, really easy. It's not that hard. It's really not. Because, like I said, there are no time requirements on the 100,000, and the 10,000 miles per month that's cake. She is the best. She really is. I don't think the bot's running anymore, is it, lady? If you're available to speak, to talk. I think we had to do away with the bot because the computer running that went down, I believe. But like I said, the biggest thing is that you'll get shouted out in the active streamers channel. Now there is a bit of a thing with that as well. Oh, 300,000, nice. There is a little asterisk on that. getting shouted out in the active streamers channel. Try not to go live more than, a couple times a day. And if you do go live more than, twice or more, try to, keep them separated. Now, I understand that there's issues where you may have to stop the stream for technical issues and then restart it. But we don't want to, overrun the channel with just your shout out to you going live every 15 or 20 minutes because, oh, hey, look, I got to do a BRB and I'll be back in 20 minutes, so, and what have you. And that's not saying that you won't get shouted out. You'll just be doing it yourself. So you'll be, saying, hey, look, I'm going live. It won't be done automatically until, you get things sorted out and then maybe just go live once a day or whatever. Anyway, that's all that in the future. Don't worry about that. Just put your miles in, get that done. We'll get you set up. No problem. Easy peasy. So let's pick up another load here. I'd like to stay in Canada. Don't know that that's going to happen. And you heard my phone just now telling me about the weather that I don't care about because I'm not going anywhere today. Kamloops to Bellingham. That's going on the mountain. I'm not going to the mountain. Salmon Arm's only 67 miles. Ugh. We could go down to Tacoma. Or I guess we could do the mountain in Bellingham. Against my better judgment. I guess that's what we'll do. Back over here to the green glob, as Lady calls it. Cargo market. Let's pick that mulcher up. I'm gonna skip loading. Y'all are aware that I can back the truck, right? Maybe not the best, but I can. See you later, Norwegian. Good luck and safe travels with your 3,000 miles. Oh yeah. Don't forget to put your tag request in, and I'll definitely give you that tag just as soon as possible, or someone will. It may not be me. Somebody will give you your tag as soon as possible. You noob. Hey, Blue Jays, welcome to the stream. Bear hugs back at you, Norwegian. we are in Kamloops going down to Bellingham, and against my better judgment, I am reasonably sure this is going to the mountain in Bellingham. Thank you for the shout out, Lady Bear. Yeah, it's going to the mountain. Looky there, look. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun. I'm running around the Blue Jays neck of the woods here. And I guess technically that's not correct because I don't know where in Canada he's at, but Alberta. So, at the beginning of the stream, I said we had some interesting things to discuss. One of them I will let you all in on, and some of you probably already know this, but SCS is doing a port and engine upgrade to the game, and they hope for that to be released sometime in 2023. Now, what that means is the game runs on an engine, and it's an engine created by SCS called Prism 3D, and they are going to update it and move the game, probably both games I'm assuming, to an updated Prism 3D engine and port it so that the game will be available on Xbox and PlayStation, potentially in the future. So what this means, in theory, is better graphics or different graphics, more than likely better. Probably better performance across all systems, whether it be console and PC, because things will have to be done to make it compatible with consoles. So, look at the traffic over there. Good grief. Anyway, squirrel. So, that's the biggest news so far that I've heard for 2023 for SCS and the trucking games. So I'm really looking forward to that. Like that's a big deal. Porting an entire game to a different engine, even one that's of your own creation, and one that you're modifying, is a big undertaking. It's a huge task. I know Lord of the Rings Online they didn't do an engine upgrade, but they did do a 64-bit client that was in the works for years. Because when that game was created, the only available version was the 32-bit version, and they ended up creating a 64-bit client, and that took a long time to get done. So I am super excited. I am really excited about the prospect of playing ATS and ETS2 on a updated engine. It's going to make the game probably look a lot better, and even if it's just a minor graphical improvement, system performance across all systems, whether it be low-end, mid-range PCs to consoles to whatever, is going to be huge. So definitely looking forward to that. They said in their developer stream in December, I think it's a Christmas stream or around the Christmas time stream, that they're looking to do that in 2023. So that's going to be big, obviously. And then, of course, Oklahoma is going to be released sometime probably this year. There was some speculation in the Discord chat, I think, the day before yesterday about when that might happen. And it's fun to speculate. It's fun to, kind of give your thoughts on such matters. And I know some people were saying maybe early 2023, springtime maybe, for Oklahoma, and then maybe later in the year, another map DLC. Because I know there are 2 teams working now on map DLC for ATS. Texas had been in development, I think, for like 4 years. So, but it's up to this point, it's the largest state in ATS. It's like 30% of the map or something crazy like that. Like, it's huge. And every state after that, every state after Texas is smaller in size, so it'd be, potentially less resources. So 2 teams working in tandem on different state DLC, they should be churning them out probably a little faster than what they have been. But I don't see any drop in quality. So that's going to be really, really fun. 2023 is shaping up to be a really nice year for the trucking games in general. If everything holds, there are no setbacks, there are no issues, and what have you. Back my cruise off just a little bit here. But like I said, I am really excited about the potential performance and graphical improvements coming with the new engine that they're talking about implementing for ATS and ETS2. And like I said, even if the graphic improvement isn't major, like if we basically get what we have now with just a slight increase, the performance increase should be noticeable, and that'll be really big for people on lower end CPUs and GPUs. I know a lot of people suffer from stuttering, not necessarily lag, but just the game stuttering itself, and this, that, and what have you. So definitely stuff to be excited for coming from SES this year. Of course, all this kind of ties into the dedicated servers, which they released about a month ago now, probably. I'll lose track of time easy, but 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, about a month ago, whatever. So in addition to all that stuff, these dedicated servers and the software they released to run your own dedicated server now, maybe, and I'm crossing my fingers here for this, increased slot limits on the player count for the server. Because as excited as I am about the new graphics improvement for the game, being able to run a Friday Night Convoy on a Lady Bear dedicated server thrills me to no end. It just does. It really, really does. Like, being able to run a full Friday Night Convoy on a dedicated server hosted by us is just, it's exciting is what it is. Like, and I'm underselling that word very, very much. What are you doing, Corey? Just left and right, left and right. So if they increase the limit to say like 24 or 32, 32 would be ideal. 32 would comfortably fit, as of now, recently anyway, a Friday Night Convoy for Lady Bear Trucking. 32 would fit us excellent. Now, there have been previous Friday Night Convoys where 32 wouldn't hold us. So, I'm just saying, if we were to return to that kind of level of participation, and that wasn't all bears, and by no means that wasn't all bears, that was guests, bears, and whatever. Bjorn, welcome to the stream. How are you today, sir? Got a right exit up here. Does he have a stop sign? Guess he does. He either had a stop sign or he was being very, very nice. Oh, coffee. Yeah, I've had my coffee this morning. I'm all hopped up, man. I'm all, I'm ready to go. That wasn't our lot. We are back to the red light capital of the world, also known as Canada, apparently. Relaxing and taking some coffee. Oh, yeah. If I had any more coffee, I'd probably be bouncing off the walls. I don't see a red light. I see traffic blocking my intersection, though. Come on, people, really? By the way, this is illegal right here. Just letting y'all know, this is completely illegal. You're not allowed to block intersections. That's an understatement. No, they're not. Take your time. I mean, I'm sitting here for my blinker on just because it makes my truck look pretty. No, they're not. Maybe with improvements to the game engine, they'll work on that too. I'm on the wrong side of the road, probably. That would be amazing. It really would. If they would give them real world reactions. What's this dude doing? Okay, whatever, man. I guess it's my fault for taking that left lane, but that would be amazing, Bjorn. It really would. Well, I guess I'll stop. Be beeping your horn at me, dude. I didn't tell you to pull up there my way. Yeah, real world reactions, real world intelligence, like that right there. Like that stop signs there, that would have been my turn to go. That car shouldn't have won, but that might be asking for more intelligence than what the game is actually capable of. Yeah, I was just talking about that. They said on their Christmas stream um, last year that they are going to update the game engine, and it's an engine that they created specifically for the game called Prism 3D, and they're going to update it. Hopefully, they're going to do it in 2023. They're going to get it done in 2023, and I think they're looking to potentially be able to export it to consoles as well. So, you'll be able to play it on Xbox or PlayStation. So, along with probably graphics improvements, there's going to be system improvements, and that's probably the bigger thing than graphics improvement. Like, I would totally welcome some eye candy, a better looking game, but what I'd enjoy even more than that would be a better running game. Some of the stuttering that happens in big cities, the frame drops and that sort of thing. Because if they're porting it or going to port it to consoles, then the performance needs to be tweaked so that it runs well on the consoles. And doing so, that then would improve the performance on PCs. So, you know what? I'm going to stop here for fuel. And of course, I passed it up. Oh, definitely. Yes. Like I said, more eye candy, never a bad thing. Like a better looking game would be awesome. A better running game would be awesomer. I know people who are running on low end PCs would welcome a better running game. Especially like something with ETS2 where there's so much detail, a lot more vegetation, more grass, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely 2023 is, like I said, is shaping up to be a really nice year for SCS and those. We'll just have to wait and see what they have in store. But yeah, really excited for that news. Just outside of Bellingham, Washington here. Make sure I'm not running over anybody. cargo is due in 3 hours. I was going to try to take a short little break and sleep in game. That wasn't a red light. Y'all didn't see that. So y'all could watch the trip up the mountain in daylight. But if that's going to happen, it's going to have to be an adjustment by me via the console. So, which I'll do when I get over to the mountain itself. I'm not exactly sure why it's having me take this route up the mountain. I guess this is the preferred routing. I could have went up the quote-unquote back way since I was already in Bellingham, but it don't matter. We'll do the standard GPS, it's fine. Looks like he's got a load of hay on. He doesn't know where he's going because he just came off the interstate and he's going right back on. Going the opposite direction. It's probably another Lady Bear trucker who missed their exit and has to turn around. Now, I know most of you have seen this road before, but like I said, I'll change it to daylight so y'all can see the all the scenery that's going to be coming at you here. Going up the mountain in Bellingham. We'll try not to do this too roughly, but I don't know if you can hear it or not, but my wheel will be bouncing and vibrating quite a bit on these gravel roads, so. It's hard to believe that the speed limit's 55 through here. I'm still here. Just concentrating now. Like I said, the wheel is vibrating crazily because of the gravel road, and on top of that, I'm having to turn a lot, so that's kind of moving my push-to-talk keys out of the way. First time I come up this road, I think I got hung up several times trying to pull a trailer up here. Because there are plenty of switchbacks, as you're going to see right here. If you're pulling a trailer, you got to kind of overdrive the corner, cut back in. So that your trailer has enough room to clear the corner. Now, this isn't too bad with a 50-foot lowboy. But start doing this with a transformer. That is a challenge. Sorry, that is a challenge with a transformer. Well, the mulcher doesn't weigh that much, so you're not getting slowed down a whole lot. Since we're right here, we're at the top. Let's do a viewpoint. It's the first one we've done in a long time. I'm going to show you the scene right here at the top of Bellingham Mountain. That's our destination there. Like I said, with a mulcher, not that bad. With a transformer, completely different story. Alright, there we go. Lower our suspension. Unload. And of course it's late because I'm slow. So let's see what we got in the cargo market. Delta to Key West. Wow, that's almost 4,000 miles. That's way too far for me for a stream. Let's get out of Canada for a while. What do you say? I need to get the background map mod for Coast to Coast and Pro Mods, because you can't see the entire map with Pro Mods and Coast to Coast without the mod. Nashville to Tampa. Is that 700 miles? Let's do something a little longer than that. Let's go back over here. That's only 1,000 miles. We'll do something a little longer than that. Come on. I'd like to haul something sort of heavy. It doesn't have to be super heavy, but, you know. That's from Vernal to Delta, British Columbia. Oh, there we go. Look at here. Bulldozer from Flagstaff to Great Falls, Montana. Yeah, we can do that. Looks good to me. points at. Okay. Okay, it's between Flagstaff and the Kingman. Okay. Had me lost there for a second, folks. See if I can manhandle this 50-foot trailer into that spot. Amazes me how far off I am.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. Thank you for the sound alert. I probably need to do that next.
Hydrate.
There we go. Shut it down, load it up. Thank you for the sound alert. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to call you TJ unless you tell me otherwise. If that's okay with you. we picked up our load here in Flagstaff. Well, actually, it's outside of Flagstaff. And heading up to Great Falls, Montana. TJ, aka Bowling King 133. Thank you, Lady Bear. Didn't look at the GPS, so we'll do default GPS. Thank you for the sound alert. Said I didn't look at the GPS. We'll do standard GPS. I have no idea which way it'll take me, but we'll figure it out as we go. The fun and excitement is in the trip, right? It's not about the dropping off or picking up. It's everything in between there, right? We'll set our cruise for 70. We've got a speed limit of 75, but I won't keep it under that. Maybe that'll keep traffic from backing up on me here. They'll just get in front of me and get out of the way. And if I remember correctly, the bulldozer is just a little top heavy. So I don't want to make any sudden movements, you know. Lady Bear is lurking in the stream today because she's lurking and working. I will give her a shout out. Quack. What? Why are you all slowing down? Really? She's lurking at work. Lurking and working. Crud. You hit the AI and they think it's the end of the world. They'll immediately come to a stop and will not move. Anyway, so I started to say, give Lady Bear a shout out here. Coffee and trucking every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time. Don't know what we've got planned for this Saturday. Could be ETS2, could be ATS, could be SnowRunner. I mean, for all I know, it could be World of Warships. We will undoubtedly start off trucking somewhere first, and if it turns into something else, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But that's Coffee and Trucking with me, Lady Bear. Wake up every Saturday morning with Lady Bear, 9 a.m. Central Time. Kind of a weekend review stream, going over what's going on, what's happened, and what's to come in Lady Bear Trucking. Speaking of which, this now occurred to me, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier. If you won a bear, either the snow bear or got the golden grizzly for 2022, those bears have shipped. Those bears are on their way to their destinations. Lady Bear has posted that information in the, I think it's the company chat channel, I believe, yesterday. And if you were lucky enough to either have won a snow bear or completed the challenge for the golden grizzly last year, you have received a DM from Lady Bear with your tracking information as well. So be sure to check that if you're eligible for one of those bears and got one of those bears, whatever. They are on their way. They're out in the world. The bears are moving, so keep an eye on your mailbox. Which leads me into this year's challenge for Lady Bear Trucking, the wow, I was getting ready to say something stupid there. The Million Mile Bear Challenge for 2023, which is 1,000,000 non-speeding miles in Lady Bear Trucking for the year 2023, will earn you a bear. So, be sure if you are available and can do that to get those miles in. And that may sound like a lot of miles. I mean, if you were to do 100,000 a month, it'd only take you 10 months, but there's going to be some months where you're not going to do 100,000, so you can do a little extra here or there, what have you, but that is 1,000,000 miles for 2023 in Lady Bear Trucking. Now, you must be a member of Lady Bear Trucking when that rolls around to be given away, so but why would you go anywhere else? We have no requirements here. There are no monthly minimums. The bears are just an incentive. You are absolutely not required to do any kind of mileage requirement if you don't want to. Coming into Las Vegas on the, I think this is the 93. Alright, no, I need to get over. Waiting for this car to get out of the way. Waiting for this other car to get out of the way. See, I am semi-familiar with the roads here. Not entirely, but semi-familiar. I though I've got a right turn coming to get onto the 15 to go up to Great Falls, so. Yeah, this game does crazy things. I am using a traffic mod. It's supposed to be realistic traffic, so they're supposed to behave a little more realistically. That would be a feat in itself, I believe, but whatever. So yeah, the big city of Las Vegas. We'll take a look outside the truck here. The Miracle, also known as the Mirage in real life. And get back in the truck because I can't drive outside the truck. That is a skill that I have not learned with a wheel yet. Come on around me, car. I don't know why you're poking along at 50 miles an hour. So we made the turn onto the 15. We're going to 15 north now, I believe. Just under 1,000 miles to go. Hauling a bulldozer up to Great Falls, Montana. Should be a nice trip. 15 is a really nice route. Start in Montana, go all the way down to San Diego. We've driven the 5 a lot. The 15 is the same basic route north-south, but it's different scenery. So the Trucky app. Oh yeah, that is the information that you see on the right-hand side of my screen. The blue text on the black background. The Trucky app does a lot of things, and that's just a small part of it right there. The information about the truck, about the load, about the cargo, about the trip, lots of other things. I will quickly go over that what's in that box right now, but along with that, there's capture of your gameplay for maybe TMP purposes, or some good content if you're driving with friends. There's also I think you can manipulate the audio player, the radio, through Trucky as well. Probably the best feature of Trucky is the dispatcher, the creating of your own loads for your enjoyment, and I'll bring that up in a moment after I get through this curve right here. If you've driven on the 15, you are very aware of this corner right here. Thank you for the links, TJ, by the way. So the Trucky app, and like I said, I'll go over what's in my information box here that's vertically aligned on the right-hand side of my screen next to my mirror. Starting at the top, it's the current time, which is 10:03 a.m. That's my time zone, Central Time. It shows how many miles I've driven on this truck, which is just over 20,000 miles. It shows how much damage is on the truck, which is 0. What gear I'm in. How much air pressure I have in the tanks. My current engine RPM in a numerical value. And then the green bar is a visual representation of that RPM. Green being normal operating range, yellow being caution, and red being dangerous. Below that shows trailer damage, and underneath that's fuel, my speed, and then the icons below all that starting from left to right are my lights, my caution lights, headlights, low beams and high beams, my flashers, parking brake, jake brake, and ABS. Underneath that section is the current job. The green, yellow, and red circles there are for trucks book. Green meaning I am currently in real miles, driving safely, because that's what I'm after. I'm after real miles. Yellow means I am approaching race mile stats, which would be 81 or above. And we're slowing down the interstate because, you know, that's what people do. And red is I have tripped the race miles trigger. I've went over 81. Below that it shows my cargo, which is a bulldozer. The weight of that cargo, 39,000 pounds. My beginning seating Flagstaff, the company that I picked up at, and my destination and the company that I'm delivering to. And at the very bottom, that section of the Trucky app, probably my favorite part, is how many miles I have left on this trip, which is 911. The real time it's going to take me to do those 911 miles, which is 46 minutes. The end time of when it's estimated I'm going to arrive there, which will be 10:52 a.m. And then finally, how many miles I've driven on this load so far, currently, which is 304 miles. Now, there is an options menu that you can access by pressing your Alt-O keys in the Trucky app in-game. And you can manipulate how much of that info you actually see. You can see more, you can see less, you can arrange it, you know, in whatever way you'd like, with whatever color you like, background color, darker or lighter, text color, text type, so different font choices. So it's just a useful little tool, and Lady Mare and others have mentioned this previously. It has become so ingrained in my driving that if it doesn't start for whatever reason when I start the game, I will restart the game to make sure that it's working. Like, I have grown so accustomed to looking up there and checking on that info that I almost need it now. Like, it's got to be there. Because it contains so much information that I rely on now. That it has to be there. Like, I can't drive without it now. And as TJ pointed out there with the link, the Trucky link, you can grab that from there. You'll need Overwolf. It runs through Overwolf. And finally, probably the best part of trucking, for some people anyway, is the option to dispatch your own loads. So you can create your own cargo using your own trailer or an SCS provided trailer, and you can create your own cargo. And you do that by hitting your Alt-D keys while in game. And this bus is driving me crazy. You went from the left lane to the right lane and slowed down while doing it. So yeah, create your own dispatch, and I'll show you here because I can do this while I'm driving. It's not going to interrupt or stop me from being able to control the truck. there's the trucky dispatch. Just a quick little preview of it there. I won't leave it on the screen. Oh, thank you for the VTC link as well. There you go. Lady, I should probably update my link to that link. Just for your benefit, if nothing else. Remind me and I'll do that. I'll switch my trucky link to that particular link. But it is a extremely handy tool. It's fantastic, really. Again, thank you for those links. Break over. Time to lurk. Thank you, Lady Bear. She's looking for the cookies. Do a quick look at my phone while I'm driving here. Don't tell Lady Bear. I like keeping an eye on the Discord. Make sure everything is running smoothly and nothing is happening that shouldn't be happening. If you're not in the Discord, you can do !Discord, join the Bears Den Discord, and hang out with us. We are a community of gamers. We don't just play ATS and ETS2. We do lots of other things. Lady Bear and I played Monopoly the other night in channel. Streaming it to, or did we? We never did figure out how to stream that to the Discord. We'll have to do that. Anyway, played Monopoly, World of Warships, Uno, The Division 2, World of Tanks, SnowRunner, NASCAR. Like, we play everything. We do lots of other things other than this truck, so we probably enjoy trucking more than anything else. But oh, I keep forgetting. I mentioned those games that we play. I always forget. We play GTA as well. Minecraft farm sim. Who enjoys trucking more than anything else? Well, some of us anyway. Hello, Old Man Flu. Welcome to the stream. Flu is another one of our barrier streamers. Ah, who does anything other than trucking? Well, see, that's a really good question. Hey, Jablonski. I'm doing well. How are you? I don't mean to throw you into a spatial shock, but it is Wednesday. Well, any other time, I would have went along with you and been like, yeah, right, man, it's Tuesday, you're right. Because I wouldn't have known. I would have had no idea. I'd been like, yeah, hey, it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Taco Tuesday, you know. But the only reason that I know that it's not Tuesday is because I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. And he only is in the office Tuesdays and Thursdays, a particular doctor that I go to. So that's the only reason that I knew that it wasn't Tuesday. Neither am I. They all run together, Jablonski. Like, the days are just... I don't even know. Like, it's just... You know... they just all merge into one. It's just all... It's all one long day. The only way that I know the week ends is Lady Bear stream on Saturday. That's it. And then I know the week's over and the new week is about to start. Any other time, it's all just one day or whatever. It's all just one day. Welcome to the stream. I mean, for all I know, there's only 2 days in the week, Monday and Saturday. That's it. Oh, Lady Bear streaming? It must be Saturday. It's coffee and trucking time. And then, you know, the next day it's Monday, and then we'll go back around till Saturday. You could, any other week, you probably could have gotten away with it. Like I said, it just so happened that I went to the doctor yesterday, and he's only in the office Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I knew today was not Tuesday. Next week, when I don't go to the doctor, you can come in and be like, hey, happy whatever, you know, Thursday, and I'll be like, yeah, you're right, even though it's Monday. I won't know the difference. I won't call you out on it. Well, getting back to Flu now, well, some of us play other things. We don't play them a lot because we're too busy stuck in the truck, I guess you would say. Not really stuck, but some people do play other things. I have been informed by me Lady Bear that I'm not allowed to play tanks anymore, though, or at least not very often. I drive with a wheel. I have a G920 with the shifter. It is very nice, yes. It's amazing. Before I got the wheel, or this particular wheel, I was driving with keyboard. You'll love it. I'll tell you right now. If you need reassuring, ask the man above you, Old Man Flu. Because up until Christmas time, he was using a controller to drive. He made the switch to a wheel. Got a wheel for Christmas. And I have heard him state twice in Discord and numerous times on his stream that it has changed the game for him. It's a completely different game with a wheel. There you go, from the horse's mouth himself. It's remarkable. It really is. It's beyond belief how much of a change it gives you in going from a controller to a wheel. Yeah, you have to. It's just amazing. I mean, the game just feels differently. It plays differently with a wheel. I mean, it gives you so much more control and interaction with the game itself that it's... If you can hold out for a deal like Lady Bear found with her Jink 29 for $200, yeah, I mean that was a steal. It takes some adjustment in terms of setting up your keys, your controls, and I'm going to cut. Okay, well, we'll just do that. No problem. Whatever. Anyway. There is some adjustment setting up the controls and as far as the keys, like what you want the keys on the wheel to do. You know, you may struggle with remembering what this does and what that does, you know, making a transition from a controller to a wheel. But once you learn it, you know, you learn where your parking brake's at, where your turn signals are, and all that good stuff. It's crud. Okay, sorry car, I'm going to cut you off. I'm a menace on the roads, by the way. I should not have a real life driver's license. But yeah, if you're in the market for one, yeah, just keep an eye on Amazon or your favorite local retailer. Finding a deal like Lady found for $200 for a G29 is rare. I paid $250 for my wheel and pedals, and that was on sale, and then another $50 for the shifter. So the whole package is $300 USD. But you don't need the shifter. Like, the shifter is nice to have. The shifter is just a little more immersion, but you could happily play this game with just the paddles for shifting or whatever, and the pedals and the wheel itself. You don't need the shifter. I think Lady ended up sending her shifter back because she decided she was going to use it. But she loves the wheel. She likes using the wheel, when she on Saturdays when she does her coffee and trucking stream. But yeah, it's beyond belief how much of a difference it makes. Like, I can't oversell this. I really can. It's right. It's just a bonus. It's just a little something extra. It's not needed by any any stretch of the imagination, but it's nice to have. So if, money's kind of tight, just do the wheel and pedals and do that set for, 200, 250, whatever. If you can find it on a good sale. And then at some point, if you want, just pick up a shifter. I know some streamers and some people have totally gotten into modding their shifter with the shift knobs and making them longer and what have you, and I've not gotten into all that, but it is a lot of fun. A lady likes to laugh at me because I had never driven a stick shift car in real life, so learning how to shift the truck was a brand new experience for me. And we were playing in ETS2 not long after I got the wheel and shifter, trying to start or take off on a hill and having to clutch brake and press the gas pedal all at the same time while not stalling the truck out, which took some getting used to. We are less than 500 miles away from Great Falls, Montana. We are on the 15 going north. This car is pokey-doking along in front of us at looks like 71 miles per hour. Yeah, then you're in for a good time. You're in for a good time. I still struggle with it from time to time, especially if I'm pulling something heavy and starting on a hill. Because the moment you clutch in, the truck will start rolling backwards. So you've got to shift into either lower first and then kind of give it a little throttle to keep it from rolling backwards. And let that transmission kind of engage and start pulling you forward. It takes a balancing act to get all that going at the correct pressure. I was driving with the mouse and keyboard for the longest time, and I had a cheap wheel in my closet, and I pulled it out, hooked it up, tried it for, I don't know, a few trips, and was like, I don't like this. I can't remember the buttons. It's just too much. Like, this isn't for me. So I unhooked all that, put the wheel back in the closet, and went back to the mouse keyboard. And I did that again for probably another 3 or 4 months, 6 months, a year. And I'm like, I'll give this another go. Like, I'm seeing people drive their trucks with a wheel. It looks fun. I'm going to give this another shot. So I pulled my wheel out. It is a cheap wheel. Like I said, it's a GT Experience. So his rotation was like 45 degrees or something. It was small. I had pedals, paddles for shifting, all that stuff. Anyway, hooked it back up, got the keys bound the way I liked them, and actively pursued remembering what the keys did, or the buttons did, and started driving with the wheel. Fell in love with it. Absolutely fell in love with it that time. And was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to have to upgrade. And that's what I did. Upgraded from that wheel to like I said, a G920. And won't look back now. Like there's no way I could go back to a keyboard and mouse driving. If I were ever to downgrade, it would have to be to a controller. It just makes too much of a difference in your gameplay. like I said, don't get frustrated with it though. It's hard remembering your keybinds because like the 920 has got the X, Y, B, A buttons like an Xbox controller. It's got 4 gray buttons and the directional keys then on the left. So trying to remember all of those, what they're bound to or what you have them bound to, can be a task. But once you get that in your head, what keys you have bound, what to what functions, like your parking brake, your jake brake, instant start, turn signals, all that stuff. Oh man, you'd think I'm shilling for Logitech, but I'm not. It really does. It really, really does. And then probably the even more so than that is if you play SnowRunner, if you play NASCAR, if you play, other driving games. Obviously, the wheel will probably work with those as well. I don't know why you're braking on 15, but okay. Farm sim, for that matter. And of course, there are some games that the wheel works with that I still use the mouse and keyboard. Farm sim being the primary one of those. Um, I've used the mouse, keyboard, and farm sim for so long that using anything else in that game is it's almost too hard for me to learn. There's so many key combinations that you need to use, and you still end up having to use the mouse anyway to maybe do a front end loader kind of stuff. So I did get it. I do have it working, or did get it working with SnowRunner, and that's that's a lot of fun as well. Working your way through axle deep mud with a wheel and a shifter. 22 is fun. I wouldn't call it a substantial upgrade over 19. Like it's not a it's not a huge boost. Like some you know iterations of a new game make big leaps and bounds in terms of gameplay. Yes, there are some more things in 22 than there were in 19. Probably not enough to justify full price of 22. Now, if 22 goes on sale for something cheap, then you might consider it. But as of right now, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't make the change. It was gifted to me, um, and yeah, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I like 22, I like 19. Of course, you are aware we have a Lady Bear farm, so that is run on 22. Yeah, I couldn't recommend making the transition from 19 to 22. There just isn't that much of an upgrade, so to speak. At least in my opinion. Now, other people who play those games kind of like we play the trucking games might tell you completely different. Hello, first time chatter. Welcome to the stream. I am going to butcher your name, but I'll give it a shot here. Limit Exis. If that's even close, give me a thumbs up or a blink or a hell yeah or something. I will stick with the name Limit if that's okay with you. Or whatever you prefer to be called, I'm cool with that too. Do you play ATS or ETS2 Limit? Do you truck? Limitless. Thank you, Lady Bear. Like, I don't know. I'll stay in my lane, or try to. Well, my turn signal's all jacked up again. Oh, they're not okay. Lady Bear's laughing at me because I can't read. Well, I thought I was going to have enough fuel to finish this trip, and I probably do. But it might be close. Traffic in this game really grinds my gears. I'm telling you it does. Like it's midnight on the 15th. And look how busy this is. This is nuts. Like, go home, people. Why aren't you all home watching Netflix or something? Y'all out here interrupting my trip? Too much traffic. Too much traffic for me. I'll survive though. I'll be alright. We got a right exit up here. We are in Montana. Oh yeah. I think we're making the turn onto the 90, I believe, here. I believe that's what we just did. I guess I should have pulled in there and refueled and rested. Got some daylight, but we're only 200 miles out, so we'll be okay. Booty, Montana. Well, we're still on the 15. I thought we changed to the 90. Okay, it is the 90 right up here. It's the 15 and the 90. I don't think I need that turn signal anymore. Oh, the hills of Montana. It didn't look like a grade, but it is. I'll keep her in 17th for a little while longer here. It really does. It's gorgeous up here. Unfortunately, it's too dark to see any of it, but yes, I totally agree, Jablonski. It's gorgeous. Texas is nice. Like I like driving in Texas, but I like the roads in Texas more than anything. Like the scenery isn't okay. So where Montana has the scenery, like the trees, the hills, the cliffs, the grass, the whatever, it's great looking in that regard. Texas doesn't have that, but it's nice to look at as well. But I really enjoy the roads in Texas, how wide they are, and the service roads and that sort of thing. Of course, then you get in the cities with all the entrance and on ramps and exit ramps and loop-de-loops and what have you, and you get confused, where I do. You've really got to pay attention when you get around Houston, San Antonio, the larger cities, because if you're in the wrong lane, you're going in the wrong direction easily. Kind of, I've mentioned this before, each DLC that SES releases kind of outdoes the last one. So when Colorado came out, like it was gorgeous, and it still is. Like it's not. I mean, nothing has been taken away from any of the previous DLC. When Washington came out, Oregon came out, those were released like they were beautiful. Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, of course, was released just before Texas, and it was, as you say, Jablonski's scenery up here is just breathtaking. They moved down into Texas, and it's beautiful in its own way, but not for the same reasons that Montana is. Get back in the granny lane, because I will assume I'll have a right-hand exit somewhere up here. So we did some trucking in Canada earlier today. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's easily you easily get tangled up in the road network in Texas. If you're not paying close enough attention, the way they split off with their loops and such, like, yeah, it's tough. I am running out of fuel. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not saying that's prevented me from exploring a lot of Texas because I don't have a lot of painted down there in terms of the road network. But it does give me kind of a pause to, you know, pick what routes I'm taking. So, I'm mainly stick with the interstates, the larger roads. Yeah, those three. Oh man, we we do several trips coming out of Brownsville, going up to say Redding or even over to San Diego. And once you get to San Antonio, you do three right exits. No, and anywhere else, three right exits would lead you, I don't know, back home or something. I don't know. But there, you make a right exit, but then it curves back off to the left, and you're actually going around San Antonio on the 10. It's just, it's really funny, especially if you're the convoy lead and you're calling out the turns for everybody. Right exit, right exit, right exit. Because they come in quick succession, like they're just one right after the other. And you go look at Houston, and it's tangle of roads, and yeah. Really gotta be paying close attention down there, um, because, like I said, you pick the wrong lane, and if you're traveling east to west, you'll be going north south before you know it, or vice versa. Well, we are almost at Great Falls. Got less than 50 miles to go here. This is probably that same load hay we saw in Bellingham a while ago, who got off the interstate, made a right turn, and got right back on the interstate. I know I'm not obeying the speed limit, but I'm racing my fuel tanks right now. Obviously, I don't have a save edited fuel. Hey, member, welcome to the stream. Is that light going to stay green? Yeah, it is going to stay green now. Lucky me. How are you doing, member 001? Oh, sorry. Oh, jeez. Never mind. No, nope. Oh. Y'all didn't need those things in the middle of the roadway anyway. Sorry, I put a 1 on the end of your name. I don't know why. How are you doing today? Oh, we caught every light here. And that's the complete opposite of what happened in Canada a while ago. More. You, Castaway and Bushwhacker, are tempting me. Oh, man. Okay, so that was my fault for not braking hard enough. Oh, he decides to move. Okay, whatever. Any other time I could have hit traffic and they wouldn't have moved for 2 hours. We're gonna run this red line. No cops around, y'all didn't see that. No big deal. I like that the sign said truck delivery to the left, but my drop-off point's right up here. That's sort of straight, right? Lower suspension down. Parking brake engaged. We'll shut it off and unload. Exactly. It doesn't have to be perfect. Well, folks, I think that's going to do it for me for today. Been streaming for almost 3 hours. That's enough talking for me. It really is. I will mention Friday Night Convoy, 6:30 p.m. Details we posted in the Discord sometime later this week, probably tomorrow. Hi, Trinity. Welcome to the stream. You'll catch me at the very end, sir. Like I said, the Friday Night Convoy will be Friday, 6:30 p.m. Details will be posted by Bushwhacker tonight, tomorrow, sometime or another. So keep an eye on the weekly Convoy channel for that. Is there anybody streaming that I could potentially raid? Norwegian Bear, yes. Y'all go with me. We're going to raid Norwegian Bear, a fellow bear streamer. Yes, thank you, Lady Bear. Y'all give him a follow if you haven't already. Konnichiwa. Hello to you too. He needs a few more follows to get affiliate. So please, if you've not followed Norwegian Bear, Jack821, give him a follow. Give you some bear hugs. Show him some bear love. Thank you all for hanging out with me today, chatting, the sound alerts, the follows. Appreciate it. I will be back Friday for Friday Night Convoy. I'll be streaming then. And then, of course, Saturday, Coffee and Trucking with me, Lady Bear, 9 a.m. Central Time. I will see you all there as well. Y'all have a great rest of the day, great rest of your week. Be safe, safe travels. Take care. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you soon. I am having trouble. Give me a second here. It keeps telling me invalid username. I'll figure it out. Promise. There we go. Alright, go with me. Bear hugs, raids. See you all later. Thank you.